Hey, what's going on, guys? So I was kind of debating if I was gonna make a video like this. At this point, because my videos come out every Tuesday. So at this point, the Switch has been out for almost a week. The Switch 2, and there's been a million unboxings, and everyone's talked about the games. But that's kind of the deal, right? Is you guys watch my channel, either because you like watching me talk about stuff, or you happen to, I don't know, didn't watch the other things. I don't know why you watch this, but either way, thank you. That said, I figured, why not? So I'm gonna go ahead. I have a little unboxing on the Switch, and I also talk about the two games I have, Bravely Default and Mario Kart. This is one of those things where I've actually already recorded all that stuff now, so I will say some stuff that I cover, like just high level. Bravely Default does have something that uses like the mouse controls, so I do talk a little bit about that, and it's very, very interesting. Makes me really want a new Mario paint, which I feel like would be a misstep if they don't do. Mario Kart, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about it, but you can get my views on it. I think it's, spoiler alert, phenomenal. It's really fun. And then kind of like, do I think, should you buy this now or not? And, that's a question that I've been asked a couple of times. One thing I do want to say that I am remembering from when I unboxed this thing is when I unboxed it, I know for a fact that you can't put the new Switch in an old dock. But I did not, I basically unplugged my old dock and then just plugged in the new dock, and it wouldn't work. I was like, what the heck's going on? And it turns out that the old power supply is not powerful enough. So that said, I don't want to mislead anybody, because I if I'm remembering correctly, in the unboxing portion, I was like, oh, I'm just going to leave the power supply in here. I don't need it. I already have a dock hooked up, because I have a dock on every TV. Not the case for this. You have to have more juice, probably because the fan in the new dock. So yeah, don't do that. I mean, it didn't break anything. It just honestly just didn't power it. There just wasn't enough power for it. So that is something I did want to say here. But anyway, let's unbox this thing, talk about some games, and have a fun video. I debated doing an unboxing only because, by the time you guys see this, it would have already almost been a week, and, all the unboxings are probably going to be way done. But, that's kind of all I do on my channel a lot of the time, so I figured might as well. Plus, who knows how many people opened up this game, and it's a game key card, so that kind of sucks, and I was very much against buying this because of that. But this is also one of my favorite games, so they really kind of had me by the short and curlies on this one. So this is, for me, for you watching this, obviously it's next week, but for me, this is the day of Switch release. I have Bravely Default, I have Mario Kart coming, but something happened with the shipment and it's coming tomorrow. So I can't open that for you guys. But I did want to say, I got this from Walmart, and I've seen this online, and it's true. When it came to my house, this note was in there, and there was a bottle of Coke and a can of Pringles. It's funny because Best Buy had coins or whatever, and Walmart's just like, hey, here's some chips and a Coke. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool because they didn't have to do anything, to be honest. But still, I mean, something I wasn't expecting, and kind of neat. And everyone seems like they're getting different combinations. I got sour cream and onion, which is a shame for me because I'm allergic to milk. Deathly allergic, not have to go to the bathroom. I'll die. But my wife loves them, so cool for her. But it is a bummer for me. Not that Walmart would know that, but still, I think in general though, it's really cool. Very, very neat little thing. So anyway, here is Bravely Default. So before I open this, because I know I'm probably gonna be disappointed, because it's probably gonna be literally nothing on the inside but the key card. Bravely Default is a sleeper game, I think. This game is so good. In fact, one of my biggest videos on the channel was Bravely Default 2, how to do mad broken builds in the end. This game is honestly one of my favorite RPGs ever. It has a super dope twist in the end. And the one thing I do really want to know, and when I get around to playing this, I'll probably do a little video on it. But the original version came out on the 3DS, and I guess technically the 2DS, and it had this really awesome, crazy twist, kind of like Bravely Second and kind of like Bravely Default 2. But the twist in this one utilized the AR camera. And I don't want to say any more than that because it was really awesome. It's still it's up there with me for with BioShock, the BioShock twist. And I'm like, man, how can you do that on the Switch 2, which doesn't have a camera. So I'm actually kind of wondering, and I'll find out when I get there at some point, when I get around to playing this game again and beating it. Like, I'm kind of wondering, will that twist be intact? Will it be changed? And or if you buy that like Nintendo camera, does that same thing that happened happen again? And I'm, that might be a reason for me to buy that camera. So you never know. Anyway, let's see what you get in the game. Oh, it's nothing. You have reversible art, which is kind of cool, I guess. And this red Switch key card, which there is no game on it. But anyway, I will download this. It's really kind of a bummer too that they didn't do a collector's edition, because like I have the collector's edition for Bravely Default and Bravely Second, which are really cool. But anyway, that I digress. Here is the Switch 2 box. Everyone's seen it by now. This thing is misleadingly heavy. Like, it's small. It's a small box. I mean, I'm trying to, what's something for comparison? Here's a Pro controller. This is not a big box. This box is dense, man. It is like heavy AF. But wow, there we go, baby. So this is why I think you by now it's probably very much common news. GameStop people were like stapling receipts to the front, and then those staples were puncturing screens, and that is like literally it, man. It's a small piece of cardboard in between the Switch and the that cardboard. So bummer for those folks. Yep, Joy-Cons definitely a fair bit bigger. I have a regular Joy-Con right here, so that's neat. I can't wait to kind of snap these on with the magnet thing, see how that works. Let's just pull these out. These feel heavier too. I mean, I guess, well, duh, they're fucking bigger, but I mean, like, they just feel denser, I guess is the word I'm thinking of. More dense. Densitude. Let's pull the Switch skis out. So this is what I've been interested in. Let's see how this works. Ooh, look at that. It does not want to come out. So that's nice. And is this how you get it out? Oh, yeah. So there's like a little trigger right here, a second trigger. And you push that, and it pushes it out. That's cool. All right. Feels good. I'll turn it on in a second. Let's just see what else we have in here, because I'm going to take everything out anyway. So it looks like there's books and manuals in here. Safety information, HDMI cord. Those little scooter bar things let you use the mouse mode. / the Joy-Con straps. I mean, it's kind of both. Alright, I'll keep all of that back in there for now. We have the little thing that turns it into a controller, and it also has the magnets on the side. Cool. Just gonna put this back in because I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna use it. Never really used it on the Switch 1. A power cord and brick, which is nice. It's a USB-C brick. Power cord looks pretty short actually, so might want to upgrade that. And the dock itself is beefy. It's a beefy boy. And that is because this dock has a fan. So that's cool. How do you open up the back? Open up the back, it just pops off. So you got USB-C, HDMI, and a LAN cable port. Close that back up. 2 USBs on the side. Yeah, pretty cool. So if you're wondering why I'm leaving some of this stuff in here, I actually have a Switch dock hooked up to like every TV in my house. And not because I'm like, rich baller man, let's buy 1,000 Switch docks. It's like throughout the Switch's massively long life cycle, I've just stumbled upon like opportunities that were like really good. I mean, like, I have bought used Switch docks from like Facebook Marketplace for like 20 bucks. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, why not? I mean, they cost like 80 something. So you pay 20 bucks and have one, you know, on your upper, you know, like your living room TV, and have one on your game room TV. So I have a bunch of them already. So I'm just going to unplug one of those and plug this into it, actually on my game room TV. Although for right now, I'm going to plug it into my office TV so I can like show you guys stuff. But before doing that, I'm going to turn this on and see what she do. Switch 2. Electric Boogaloo. Listen to that. All right. Has a crispy little beat. Internet stuff. So, you know, I'm going to set this up and then probably continue this like on a screen, because I mean I don't want to like, I mean, who wants to watch this part? Anyway, that's the unboxing. That's what you get in this thing. You know, you probably already got one by now, but if you hadn't and you hadn't seen an unboxing yet, there you go. So I've now fully downloaded everything from my Switch OLED over to my my new Switch, and it was all easily done wireless. It was really nice, actually. I thought it was gonna be more of a hassle. I will say, and maybe it's different now, because you know, if you're watching this video when it comes out, the Switch has been out for like 5-6 days now. So maybe it'll be faster. It wasn't like crazy slow, but you could tell like everyone in the world literally just got their Switch, and everyone in the world was going on the, you know, the Nintendo servers and pulling everything off the cloud and everything. So, you know, it did take a little bit of time, but it wasn't anything crazy. But I was able to get everything over pretty well. I will say the first immediate, like, right away thing is everything's faster, and you would hope that's the case. But if you know, were like me and played on the Switch like all the time, I mean, you know, like some of the menus were pretty slow, especially going to like, you know, the thing where you can get your rewards and stuff, or even booting up games maybe took a little time. This is just snappy. It's just real quick. I mean, there's like no delay on pretty much anything. I could go through, I already did the rewards this week or whatever, but like you could go through and like do all the little challenges and stuff to get your free platinum points, and just going into the shop just felt really quick, really good. It's cool, you know, and that's really like half of what I wanted, to be honest. I mean, I wanted a more powerful Switch, but like specifically I was like, man, I really wish I could get around the UI, you know, a little better. I will say though, I mean, like, I don't know if it's like a disappointment thing or not, but like the UI is like pretty much exactly the same. I mean, it's like a slightly different, like, you know, nothing real though. And, you know, there's no background music or themes yet, so that's kind of a bummer. But, I mean, who knows? You know, I've been saying forever now, like, maybe in the future. But, you know, you'd think they would do that with, like, the Switch upgrade. But either way, you know, it's better than nothing. So, it's actually quite funny. I decided to pop in Bravely Default first, and I totally forgot that they added these mini games, which gives me a great segue to talk about the mouse functionality. So there's 2 mini games. One of them, and I'll just have like gameplay of both. Like one of them were like, it's so weird because this game is like an RPG that's like pretty serious, like very serious plot. But they have like this rhythm dance game where like you have your little light beacon things, and you kind of use the mouse to go through and line it up, kind of like DDR or like Theater Rhythm or whatever. I mean, this is Square, so like they have people who make rhythm games. They've done it before with Final Fantasy, but it's pretty cool. You get to play the music. You get to pick what character you want. I had not started the game when I recorded this, so apparently you can pick what character you want and what job they have. So like, you know, right now I'm just playing as like the main guy and his freelancer outfit, but you know, I could pick Adia in her, you know, ranger or thief garb or whatever. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't think I'm gonna be playing much of this, but it exists. It's pretty cool. And now the other game really uses the mouse functionality a lot more, and I will say it is really hard. Like, hard to the point where I personally did not think it was fun. But, you know, once again, this is kind of just a neat way to test out the mouse. But essentially, if you want to know about this game and what you're doing, is you're on an airship, and there's just a bunch of crap you have to do. So the main objective is to turn the steering wheel and drive through rings, and then eventually you get to a boss and you fight it with cannons. But in that process, like, people say, hey, flip some switches, or there's like a bug, you grab a fly swatter and swat it, or grab a wrench and turn a bolt, or press some buttons, or turn a number. You're doing all this while you're trying to steer the ship. It's chaotic, but like not fun chaotic. Like, I just felt stressed out. Like, I felt stressed out big time. But you know, it's interesting, and really, this was a chance for me to test the mouse functionality, and I will say, it worked really well. I mean, I'm playing on a desk mat, on my table where I do my unboxings, and the little like thing that lets you slide it around like felt very natural, and you know, it played good. I don't really play much point and click mouse games, but in the future, if there's one that makes sense, I mean, I can see this being a pretty viable deal. You know, this isn't really like a review of games, but I will just say that, you know, I did the keycard thing for Bravely Default because, you know, I love this game and it's the only way to get it, so what are you going to do? But I will say that this game looks beautiful. I don't remember because it's been a while since I played the original one on 3DS, but this game is fully voice acted. I don't remember if the other one was voice acted or not. It's been so long. But it's one of those things, like, if you've played Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and like it looks really good to you, and you're like, man, like this is exactly how I remember it. But then you go play it on the N64 and you're like, oh my god, what an improvement. I have the same thing going on in my head right now. Like, I'm playing this and it looks really good and it sounds really good. I'm like, yeah, it's exactly how I remember it, just great. But for all I know, on the 3DS it's probably like way worse, and this is a massive improvement. All I can say is currently it looks really good and plays really great. So Mario Kart World, though, you know, when I did the unboxing, I was waiting for it for the next day. I will say that this game, you know, I know there's a whole $80 price tag, is it worth it kind of thing, and I'm just getting into it, so the jury's still out on if this is worth, you know, quote unquote $80. But I will say there is a lot to do. As of recording this voiceover, at least, I've played even more than what you're, you know, seeing my gameplay of. But let me just start with like the races. The races are cool. Every time you do a cup, you don't just do 4 races. It's like you do a race, and then you race to a race, and that counts as part of the second and third and fourth races. It's basically, rather than just do like 3 laps at the whatever course, you race to that course and do like a lap or maybe 2, depending on what's going on. It's really cool. Then one mode I really enjoyed was the knockout race, which is basically you start with 24 people. You can play with the computer or you can play online. But you start with 24 people and you know, work your way down. Like, there's like 6 checkpoints, and you know, 24 goes to 20, goes to 16, goes to 12, etc., until there's one left. It is really fun, like dumb fun, like way too much dumb fun. But then the big thing, right? The big like, let's check this out, and that is essentially going to be the open world thing. It is massive, I will say that. I want to get my one complaint out real quick, and this is like specific to me, so this is, you know, this may not be you, but there are different ways to unlock characters, or rather characters or outfits. The outfits and stuff, basically you'll see food bags like for like little restaurants, and they're kind of like local to like where you're at. So, you know, like if you're at the scary movie theater, you get popcorn and soda, or if you're at the, you know, the cool track, you get a hamburger and fries, and those give you costumes. The problem is, for me, and it's, you know, once again, this is just a me thing, is you know, have to get the same food for multiple characters, and I'm the kind of person where if I see something I can get, I don't want to stop until I get all of it. So, like, I can see what you're supposed to do. You're probably just supposed to just keep playing the game and eventually you'll get them all. But like for me, I will drive up and I'll see a food bag and then I'll pick it up as Mario, and then I'll switch to Luigi and then back over it and pick it up again, and then switch to Shy Guy and back over it and pick it up again, over and over and over again. And I find myself making myself crazy, especially because like I'm never even going to play as any of these characters. I'm pretty much always just going to be the freaking crab or like some weird thing. And then that's the other thing. This one is actually a little bit more annoying. So I lied. There's 2 annoying things. So all the outfits and stuff are obtainable through this method of picking up bags, but all like the weird, wacky characters, like enemies and stuff, are random from an item in the game. You know, kind of like the stars and the mushrooms and the shells. There's an item where it's Kamek, and if you've played, you know, Super Mario Land 2 Yoshi's Island, like Kamek, you know, he flies over and like makes things big or small. In this game, he flies over and doesn't do anything except for just changes you into a random enemy. And there's an ass ton of them. And that's how you unlock them. And so literally, as of recording this, unless, you know, there might be exploits online by now, I don't know. But as of recording this, literally the only way to unlock these characters is to just race, just play the game, which, you know, once again, fair, is what you're supposed to be doing. But like, play the game, but you can't get Kamek, an enemy does, and the enemy has to be behind you because Kamek only goes forward. So you need to basically be, you know, the only way to semi-guarantee it is to just keep playing races and always be in first. Because if you're in first, you'll never miss Kamek. But even then, when Kamek flies by, what he turns you into is 100% random. Like, I've been turned into, like the bat, you know, like 5 times. But then, like, you know, one time there's a guy in front of me who used Kamek, so I missed it, and he turned everyone into skeletal fish. And I'm like, damn it, like, I want the dolphin, I want the crazy bird. So it's completely random, and that's a little annoying. But other than that, the other cool things about the open world, though, let's talk about cool stuff again, is, you know, first off, you get coins. Every 100 coins, you get a new car. There's a crap ton of cars so far. I've gotten 2,000 coins, so I've gotten like a bajillion cars. And there are challenges, and the challenges are everywhere. So there's the kind where there's just like a question mark on the ground, and you get that, and you unlock like a sticker. But then there's like these challenges that are like P-switches, kind of like from Super Mario World. And they're just everywhere, and they're cool, and they just give you stuff, like usually stickers or whatever, just whatever. But the neat thing is you can retry them anywhere, and if you like mess up, you can press the left thumbstick, and it'll just bring you right back to it. I mean, it's neat. They're all over the place. There's a lot to do. The open world connects every single race course, so it's just utterly massive. But anyway, that's kind of like in the nutshell. This wasn't really like a video to review these games or even review the Switch. This is just kind of like me hanging out with y'all. I just opened up my Switch I unboxed it with you. You know, here's some of the games. Here's what I have on launch. You know, the 2 games I have on launch. And it's cool, man. Like, I'm really enjoying it. A big question I actually had a friend of mine ask was, you know, hey, is it worth getting now? And like, or is it worth waiting for like a limited edition or like an OLED or whatever? I will say that it kind of depends on what's important to you. Like, if these games that are immediately coming out are important to you, then I don't think you're going to be disappointed. So like, by that I mean like Mario Kart World, the new Donkey Kong that comes out like next month, Metroid Prime 4, like those are the ones that kind of pop into my head as like, man, this is stuff that I want. It's all coming out this year, like kind of worth it. Plus, you know, it's a bonus that you get like upgraded, you know, like everything on certain games, and then just stuff runs better. I feel like that's a bonus. So like, if that's why you're strictly wanting to get it, I can't see spending that kind of money. I'd say wait. That's just me. I mean, like, you know, everyone's going to be a little different. But right now, I think the real drive on if you should buy this or not, honestly, should be, did you want the games that are coming out right now or not? And if not, then I would wait. And if yes, then obviously get it. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on this thing. I will say, one thing that's really cool about the Switch 2 is my wife, who notoriously does not play video games, is loving some Mario Kart World. So that's cool. I know I just said like, hey, you know, should you buy it or not? That really depends on the games. I will say that, you know, my wife, who's not a gamer and really not interested in games at all, very rarely, I mean, you've seen her on the channel like a handful of times, she is enjoying Mario Kart World. So, I don't know, you know, stamp of approval from her, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you got a Switch. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Let me know what games you're looking forward to. You know, I've kind of like been half and half on looking what's coming out because there's just so many games I have in my backlog. You know, I was even like, man, Bravely Default, like, do I have time to replay that? And once I started playing it again, I was like, yeah, I got time to play this. This game is real good. But hey, like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. And that's going to do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. That'd be really awesome. But as always, my friends, take it easy.